Beep beep, what is up ninjas? My name is Sam Rold and today I'm going to be showing you guys 3 Psytrance effects that you need to know. Every producer needs to know. These are 3 whorish effects that go around all the genres, if you want to say that. You can find a lot of these effects being used differently. However, I hope that everyone on my subscribers that follows this channel watches this video, and hopefully these effects inspires you to make a drop that incorporates one of them or use it in your next song so that you can get this really cool effect that no one's in that genre has ever heard before. With that being said, guys, Psytrance is going to be a genre that has been made kind of popular recently with Vinny Vici, Captain Hook coming soon. Guys like these making really good Psytrance. It's a lot more basic for sure, but it hits harder and it works at festivals really well. So it's definitely a genre that you should think about, you know, going into if you're looking to break through the scene. Bring something fresh, maybe from future bass into it, or ghetto house, G house, you know. With that being said, guys, let's get started with this tutorial. Alright guys, so the first example is going to be actually fairly easy to do, but sadly since Ableton doesn't let us automate a loop bend here, we're going to have to do it ourselves through envelopes, and it's not going to allow us to get that nice reverse. You can program that eventually from the point of the ultimate, I guess I'll call it that, loop point. So I'll tell you when that is. But pretty much the way this effect is going to work, guys, is we're going to loop a certain phrase. Ableton is better than FL Studio. We're going to put the sustain mode to be loop mode so that when it hits the end, it comes back to the beginning. You can also do reverse if you want a different effect. Ableton is better than FL This is the reverse. All you do is and then the one that loops back Ableton is better to the beginning. FL Studio. Ableton is better than FL. Now, if Ableton allowed us to automate that, we would automate the loop bend here, and then we would just do a pitch bend to a MIDI or something, and that would be the end of it. Sadly, we can't do it this way. However, there is kind of like a workaround on that, and that is going to be to record yourself doing it here. So you can route audio in from a sexy recording sampler, and then we can record ourselves doing it if you want to go that route, which is going to be like this. Check it out. Ableton is better than FL Studio. 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 Ableton is better than FL. Ableton is better than Ableton is better than Ableton is better. Ableton is Ableton is Ableton 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 Ableton, and then it would just say Ableton is better than FL Studio. Stop the recording, and we have that recorded. That's the first way of doing this. Now, this way, it's a little bit hard because you actually have to be like in key with it. But the other way of doing this, and it's, you know, not as hard, is to have, you know, just a MIDI note like so, let's say. We're going to go into the modulation section of the sampler. Make sure that we're back here to the original starting point. And in the modulation section, we're going to turn on the aux. We're going to be setting this to around, you know, the loop length there. And then we are going to be going either negative or positive. So that means that we want to go negative if we want it to keep looping. So we're going to put that at negative 100. Let's put the sustain all the way up so we can hear the end result of this. Let's put. So I want it to end there, the effect. And then let's go into the pitch, as I want it to kind of pitch down as well. So we'll do around there. There we go. From there, what we do is apply attack, and that's how long it's going to take for this effect to reach that outcome that we just set up. So let's do around, let's say, I don't know, 9 seconds. Ableton is better than FL Studio. Ableton is better than FL Studio. Ableton is better than FL. Ableton is better than Ableton is better. And then the other way would be to go up. Now, keep in mind that the sampler works that whenever it's being pitched up, it's going to play the sample faster, and when it's being pitched down, it's going to play the sample slower. So that's why we don't get such a nice effect, and we would have to go using the audio. But if we go up in octave, this is where it actually sounds pretty cool. Ableton is better than FL Studio. Ableton is better than FL Studio. Ableton is better than FL. 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 As you can see there, we get a very cool effect. And from there, we would just stop the sampler here, and then we would just reverse, do another one, but now reverse what we just did. Very simple. Another way to do that is also using the LFO, which is actually a lot easier and actually a lot more recommendable, because then you can make this last for, like, let's say 8 bars or 4 bars. And you would just have to use LFO2 to route it to certain parameters. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this simple one, and I hope that you guys can take it even further. Alright guys, now the next effect that I want to teach you guys is going to be the down pitch. Now this is usually heard and it sounds like a fart, but you can also use it with different wavetables to get different results. The first one that's more popular to do is going to be with a very basic saw. What we're going to be doing is programming this by lowering down the sustain, or actually let's do it the opposite. Let's go with a bit of attack. We're going to apply the envelope 3 on the CRS, which is the coarse pitch of serum. We're going to alt shift clear to make it one directional, and then we're going to go down with it. So when you hear this, the attack is going to decide how long it takes for us to get down to the frequency that we have set here. So -20, let's say. Now the effect that we're making is actually a lot faster, so it's going to sound like, you know, let's make it a little bit more, yeah. Pull it more down. As you can see there, that's going to be the effect that a lot of Psytrance producers like to do. Now, we can even take this even further by using an assign, which will give us sort of like a swip down or like a sub down. And you can even go higher with it, and you can make it longer if you want. So that's how we're going to get that style of effect that you hear a lot in Psytrance. Again, you can take this further by adding different effects and seeing what you can do. Maybe cover it in reverb for an explosion. And again, you know, this is just taking it above and beyond. There's so many more things we could do, but that's as simple as it gets there, guys. That's going to be the standard effect you hear a lot. If you want to gate it as well, I'll give you guys one more tip, is that you can kind of add like hold shift and click here. Let's say you want this to be half a bar there, and we can add it to the level, so that way we get kind of like effect like so. Alright guys, and the last effect is going to be the gated formant kind of shifting effect. Now the easy way to do this is fairly easy. We're going to be loading up a formant style filter. We're going to have 3 to choose from. We'll just go with number 1 to keep things simple. Let's make it a little bit more formant here, and we can move the cutoff there to kind of to get that nice effect. Now this is the tip I'm going to give you guys. You're going to kind of do a gated effect. So instantly here, let's just do some random by holding shift and clicking to get some kind of gated. And we're going to put it on the level, and then we're going to put it on the cutoff. Let's lower it, move it around a little bit more. So they're kind of different, you know, there's different space. And let's slow it down. So once we have that, we can apply distortion here with maybe a bandpass pre, moving this up so. And then you can also apply that there, and then drive up. Take this even further by applying Flanger. This is where it gets fun, because now it's just going on a journey, a sound design journey of intellect with LSD. I'm just kidding. Put a rolling bass line under it, and you will profit. Now, definitely, you can make different things with this. You don't have to go with the modular stuff. You can, you know, easily just do your very own. Let's see, to get stuff like that, or we can just put random ass notes and hope something comes out. But be very cool with this. You know, you can even add kind of like hits, like plucky hits if you want. For instance, let's do this one here, and let's lower this down a bit more like so. And see the effect that we get. Change the wavetable to see if you get different results as well. But, you know, the sky's going to be the limit there, guys. As long as you just understand the effect that has to do with the format and how it works in conjunction with an LFO, then I think you guys should be able to profit. With that being said, guys, I hope that you guys enjoyed this Psytrance tutorial that every music producer must know. And I'll see you guys next time. If you guys enjoy these style of sound design tutorials, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, leave a comment down below on suggestions you want to see. And I'll see you guys next time.
Society.